Hey YouTube, it's Mike Penn Gangster, and today's just a little quick video for my appreciation of Doyle Brunson. The reason we have this particular picture right here is that this was actually the picture that actually inspired me to play the game. Him sitting next to, of course, Stu Anger. So, for people that know me a little bit, I grew up as an Italian, an Italian kid, Italian neighborhood. So, playing card games in general was pretty much all we did growing up, right? At least for people that had my lifestyle. And add some of the one that was very, very important to me in my life was my grandfather. So whenever my grandfather came, I was like 5, 6, 7 years old, whatever the case may be. I remember playing cards with him. Now I wasn't playing Texas Hold'em because back then we didn't know what Texas Hold'em was. We were playing Italian games. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the games of Skolba, Briscola, and stuff like that. But I just remember like the love of the game playing with my grandfather. And now my grandfather didn't look like Doyle Brunson, but he had the same types of features. You know, like the Italian old man. The only difference that he had a mustache, but the same type of hair. You know, he used to wear sunglasses, same type of body. You know, like a little bit chunky. A big man. You know, a big construction worker man that would like come home from work and play cards with his little, with me basically. So when I first ever got introduced to Texas Hold'em, that's when I actually understood who basically Doyle Brunson was. Now, the reason why I'm looking at this particular picture here because this is actually the first time I've actually seen him before ever playing poker. Because for me, the first time that the game was actually introduced to me was when I watched the movie Eye Rollers. I know a lot of people watched the movie Rounders. I actually ended up watching Eye Rollers before, and the reason was because one of my buddies introduced me to the movie, and I remember watching it very well because it was the actor that played the nephew of Tony Soprano in The Soprano Show. So at that point, I had no idea who Doyle Brunson was, but of course, I knew who Stu Unger was because I just watched the movie, and apparently Doyle Brunson was in that movie. And to be honest with you, I didn't even realize that he was in the movie until later on when I started to play the game. Now, when I look at the old school type of people like Doyle Brunson, Stu Ungers, these are the people for me, at least, that inspired me to play the game. Of course, there's been the big boom in 2003 or whatever year it was with Chris Moneymaker. I mean, that kind of like blew up for the poker world. But for me, like, I remember watching Chris Moneymaker win the series and all that stuff because that's when poker blew up. And I remember watching Rounders, and that, of course, until today, probably my favorite poker movie of all time. But the reality of like what influenced me from playing the game was actually watching guys like Doyle Brunson, um, watching like them play on TV, on Poker After Dark or whatever the case may be. When they used to start like basically putting them on TV, live TV, basically watching like them play poker. And for me, this was what I for me this is the definition of real influencer of the game. I mean, this is the Godfather that everybody looked up to. And the reason why you reminded me a lot of my grandfather is because I remember my grandfather not only playing the game with me, but I remember going into bars and stuff like that. And my grandfather would be playing also in bars and stuff like that. It's just the way society was back then. And Doyle Brunson grew up that lifestyle of playing with gangsters, mobsters, you name it. You know, like he basically grew up in like the worst, well, the best and the worst time to ever be playing a game for money in these private places. I don't think people realize how dangerous it was in those days to be playing for a lot of money with these type of people. You know what I mean? You have to watch out who you want money from and stuff like that. So, of course, I didn't live through that, but I've watched it. I remember going in bars. My first ever um, gamble was playing like rummy for like $5 at an Italian bar. You know what I mean? Sitting down with older man as a I can't really remember what my age was, but I definitely wasn't 18 years old. I was under that already, like influenced by playing, by gambling, basically. You know what I mean? So I have a lot of appreciation for a guy like Doyle Brunson. I just wanted to make a quick video to basically, thank him because I feel like I don't know if I would have been playing the game today, because people like him, people like my grandfather, inspired me to play card games. So hopefully, Doyle Brunson rests in peace. I think he lived a very good life from what I've watched. Of course, I don't know the real deal, but he looked like someone that even at later on in his life really enjoyed playing the game. Even of course he was sitting down with certain people, I guess, that was just way over his ability at that age, because it's kind of hard to like keep up with the game when you're playing it for so long, right? So it's just a video for an appreciation for the godfather of poker. Hopefully, like I said, you know, he rests in peace. My condolences to his family. And again, thank you for basically influencing me for playing this game. And hopefully I get to play the game as long as you did, because I really enjoy playing this game. And not only that I enjoy playing this game, I really enjoy playing this game the old school way. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Have a good day, guys. Bye bye.